He took my baby. This is my baby daughter.
Dominic Jefferson, 33 years old, a mother of three and newly engaged. On New Year's Eve, she received a proposal and a ring. Her mother watched the video, was happy for her daughter.
And I thought she had found the man of her dreams. And it turned out it wasn't the man of her dreams. It was a nightmare of her life.
Pointed it at the complainant's chest, fired the handgun once, striking the complainant in the chest.
He don't deserve anything. He don't deserve to live. And that's how I feel about it, with no filter.
This is the story of Dominic Jefferson, aged 33, a newly engaged woman who was shot dead by her fiancé who proposed to her just 3 days prior. She was proposed to on New Year's Day on Facebook Live but shot dead just 3 days later by her soon-to-be husband. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
The 34-year-old was shot in southwest Houston by her fiancé as horrified witnesses looked on. That according to police.
Based on this story, we will be traveling to Houston, Texas. The fourth most populous U.S. city is known as the world capital of space exploration. It is a cosmopolitan destination, filled with world-class dining, arts, hotels, shopping, and nightlife. Dominic Jefferson, also known as Pretty, lived in Houston, Texas, where she was a manager to upcoming artists and also an event promoter. She is passionate about entertainment. Dominic has 3 kids and did her best to make her kids feel loved just like any good mother. Dominic had just met someone around October of 2019 which seemed very promising. They fell in love with each other and everyone around them were very happy for them. His name is Kendrick Akins, age 39. Kendrick appeared to be a gentleman. He ticked all the boxes for her and they decided to take it to the next level within 3 months of meeting. On New Year's Day, Kendrick would do the unexpected. He went on Facebook Live to propose to Dominic. He had on his shirt the words, "Will you marry me?" And as expected, she said yes. Family and friends were happy for them. They all celebrated the joyous moment together.
See me frown. So now you gotta play free. Wish you a happy new year. 2020, we're applying pressure, pressure, pressure.
But just 3 days after the romantic live Facebook proposal, things went sour. At around 11:50 p.m. on that fateful evening, Dominic was headed to pick someone up from work, but the car wouldn't start. She was said to have wanted to jump-start her car with Kendrick's car when he went outside and yelled, "Don't touch my car." She continuously attempted to fix the car's battery to get the car up and running, but Kendrick continued to yell. That led into an argument between Kendrick and Dominic, which prompted Kendrick into grabbing Dominic's cell phone and threw it against a hard surface, making the phone inoperable. The argument escalated, making Kendrick reaching for a firearm. Upon sighting the firearm, Dominic said, "Go ahead, shoot me." Kendrick pointed the gun at Dominic's chest and fired once before returning to his apartment. 2 people who witnessed the crime were talking about what to do next when Kendrick appeared again and shot at one of them, who had to jump in the bushes to play dead to avoid being shot at again. After shooting at the witness, Kendrick went over to Dominic, who was motionless in the parking lot, grabbed her cell phone and ran away. Police was eventually called to the 5500 block of Hollyview Drive in northwest Houston, where they found Dominic and she was declared dead.
He took my baby. This is my baby daughter.
The family of Dominic Jefferson is heartbroken, saying she was the woman shot and killed at the Hollyview apartments around midnight Saturday.
Nobody deserves to die like that.
Police have not identified Jefferson as the victim, but say the victim and her boyfriend got in a fight. Jefferson's family says they never heard of any troubles in her relationship. In fact, they said her boyfriend just proposed to her days ago.
He was very polite, very nice.
Her family says Jefferson has 3 kids and ran a business to help African American women succeed in the arts.
I'm not gonna let her die in vain, but what I will do is celebrate her life as we know it.
Kendrick later arrived at a HPD patrol station midday Saturday for questioning and was then arrested. He was subsequently charged with murder and aggravated assault.
The man accused of killing his fiancée just days after he proposed is now charged with murder. 39-year-old Kendrick Akins turned himself into police a few hours after the shooting on Hollyview in northwest Houston. Akins allegedly shot the woman outside of an apartment complex, then shot a bystander who tried to help her. The victim's sister told us Akins had just proposed on Facebook Live on New Year's Eve.
But I want to know why. Why? Why would you do this? You said you loved her. You proposed to her on New Year's Eve, and not today. You kill her.
Dominic Jefferson, 33 years old, a mother of three and newly engaged. On New Year's Eve, she received a proposal and a ring. Her mother watched the video, was happy for her daughter.
And I thought she had found the man of her dreams. And it turned out it wasn't the man of her dreams. It was a nightmare of her life.
Her life ended 4 days later, early Saturday morning. According to police, Jefferson and her fiancé, 39-year-old Kendrick Akins, had an argument as she stood in the apartment parking lot. It continued. He's now charged with shooting her to death.
Pointed it at the complainant's chest, fired the handgun once, striking the complainant in the chest.
And accused of shooting at a witness who tried to intervene. The video of the proposal taken by the young rapper she was managing. She and Akins had met only 3 months ago.
I didn't get no bad spirit during that time, and I was just like, cool, if they happy, then I'm happy. But when the altercation happened, I was thrown off because I was like, man, how could you do this? You just proposed, how could you do this?
Kendrick is also charged with firing a shot at a witness who tried to intervene. A magistrate set bond on both charges at $250,000. Kendrick was already on parole for an earlier conviction. The state opposed bond, citing an extensive criminal history, both locally and on out-of-state charges. Dominic's mother regrets not checking Kendrick's background more, especially when he asked her to marry her in just 3 months of meeting him. His previous rap sheet includes a charge of assault on a family member in the past.
We have a woman who was gunned down outside her home talked to Fox 26. The 34-year-old was shot in southwest Houston by her fiancé as horrified witnesses looked on. That according to police. Now her family says they have a message for others. Tiffany Justice, he is live near Hollyview Drive with details. Tiffany.
34-year-old Dominic Jefferson, a mother of three, was gunned down by her fiancé, who is now facing murder charges. We did speak to her family today, and they say a big component into her death was domestic violence.
This is much bigger than my sister. This is about domestic violence.
11:50 Friday night, gunshots rung out at this apartment complex off of Hollyview Drive in southwest Houston. Left dead, 34-year-old Dominic Jefferson, her mother able to track down who witnesses say pulled the trigger.
And I say, well, where were you? Where are you now? Why did you leave the scene?
Houston police have in custody Dominic's fiancé, 39 years old Kendrick Akins, as a person of interest.
He was very polite, very nice, you know, but I guess I was wrong.
Dominic's mother saying she thought her daughter had met the man of her dreams.
She didn't deserve this.
She didn't.
He took my baby. This is my baby daughter. I'm trying to process this, but it's hard.
Not only did a mother lose her daughter, 3 children had their mother ripped from their lives. Dominic's daughter, Shania Hunter, grieving with her family.
They wouldn't let us see her, none of that. But then the first thing came to mind was her daughter, her 2 sons. This is her daughter, Shariah.
Dominic's mother telling us she wants her daughter to be remembered as a loving and hardworking person.
Her logo was Hustle Life.
Nobody deserves to die like that.
The family hoping that her death can be a message for others who may be in a violent and harmful relationship.
My sister's not gonna die in vain. If it ain't right, if it don't feel right, it ain't right.
After spending a couple of days in jail, Kendrick is now requesting protective custody due to threats he claims to be receiving on Facebook from Dominic's brothers who currently are in the same jail. He wants the court to protect him from these people. Dominic's mother has this comment about his request.
He don't deserve anything. He don't deserve to live. And that's how I feel about it, with no filter.
Dominic leaves behind 3 children, ages 11, 6 and 4.
Broken family paying tribute to a mother who was killed this weekend. This balloon release is for Dominic Jefferson. Add to the heartbreak, complete shock. The man police say murdered her was her fiance. He's now behind bars, awaiting his date in court. Marcelino Benito joins us live from the courthouse with the story. Marcelino.
We're on tonight. The victim's mother says she always thought her daughter's fiance was actually a good man. She never thought this could ever happen. Dominic Jefferson's family is letting us share one of her last public posts on Facebook. A picture-perfect proposal to kick off the new year. It captures how Kendrick Akins popped the big question.
You know, he had a shirt on that said, "Dominique, will you marry me?" on his shirt. And he gave her the ring, kneeled down on his knees and gave her the ring. And then 3 days later, he turned around and killed my daughter.
In less than a week, Akins went from doting fiance to accused murderer.
He promised me he was going to take care of my daughter. He was going to cherish my daughter. You know, he was going to love her. He was going to be there for her, you know, and he lied. He lied. He killed my daughter. He don't deserve a bond. He don't deserve anything.
Witnesses say the two got into a dispute. Akins grabbed the gun. A witness told investigators Dominique said, "Go ahead, shoot me, shoot me." Akins pulled the trigger, fatally shooting her in the chest. Akins is also accused of shooting one of the witnesses.
I feel like I'm in a nightmare, in a dream or something right now.
Tonight, Dominique's mother, alongside other friends and family, came together to remember her, honor her memory, and demand justice.
If she had any fears, she never did verbalize it. As far as what I heard is, "Mama, I'm happy."
Her family says it never once suspected she was involved in an abusive relationship. They hope Dominique's death serves as a lesson to women in similar situations.
My sister was in love with him enough to agree to marry him. But what happened? He loved my sister to death. That ain't love.
We hope Dominic gets justice soon enough for the crime committed against her. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Dominic Jefferson. May Dominic's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe and see you guys in the next video.